Hi everyone, this is Athene, and you will never believe where I am. I'm here in the Diablo 3 booth at Activision Blizzard, and I'm here standing next to...
So Josh Mosquera, the game director.
I'm Christian Light, and I'm the art director.
We just heard the Diablo 3 expansion being announced at Gamescom. I'm extremely excited, and I have a few questions. First, I wanted to ask a little bit about Nephilim Trial. Can you guys say anything about it? Because everybody's speculating what it is. We don't know what it is.
That's awesome. It was one of the things we were actually going to talk about in our presentation, and I just forgot to mention it. So we're in Nephilim Trials. These are little portals that you're going to step into, and we've created some really cool sort of challenge-based encounters. Like some of them you're going to sort of face wave after wave of monsters, and depending how quickly you can kill all those monsters, you'll be rewarded with a number of resplendent chests.
I'm thrilled about this, to hear that. Will the waves get harder and harder the way you progress, or...?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, one of the things we call them Nephilim Trials for a reason. I mean, there's a story context behind them, that these are sort of trials that the Nephilim sort of left to sort of challenge each other, to sort of make sure they were the best that they could be. But we really wanted to sort of create these sort of moments of gameplay that would really sort of change up the experience for the player. So first of all, you never know where you're going to find them, because it's a randomly spawned in the world. And when you find one, the idea is that you know they're escalating to the point, and your challenge is like, how far can you progress in the time that you have?
That sounds amazing. I haven't heard anything about PvP. Is there anything? I know that you probably are keeping something for BlizzCon to announce.
We have some really cool things coming up for BlizzCon, but for right now, sort of PvP is not something that we're going to be announcing. We're still sort of in that stages of experimenting. We really want to try to find the right way to express sort of PvP in a game like Diablo. So
will it be part of the expansion pack, PvP?
Oh, it's right now, you know, nothing to announce, but the minute we figure it out, the minute we say, yes, this feels like this is an awesome PvP mode for Diablo, you guys in the community will be the first to know. I promise.
Okay, that's awesome. Act 5 has been announced, and I was just wondering, gameplay-wise, is it comparable to the previous acts? Is it much longer?
I think size-wise, Act 5 is similar to maybe Act 2 in Diablo 3. However, it's really a chance for us to be much darker, because we're fighting Malthael's Angel of Death. You have the Crusader, who's really one of the classes we're super excited about, because quite frankly, we have 5 classes that are really awesome, but we're missing that one component that was basically a heavy armored class. They have like a shield, you have the flails. For us, that was really exciting. And in Act 5, of course, everything sort of ties into the darker theme. The Gothic look of Westmarch, you have sort of the Western European influences. For us, that's really exciting. And I think players are really going to enjoy it.
I've also heard and read a lot of forums. They were wondering whether there were plans of redesigning any previous acts with the expansion pack. When I say redesign, it's just make changes to the quests or anything, or are they being left intact?
We're not going to be making sort of big sweeping changes to the quest, but we definitely want to feel, I mean, one of the awesome new things we're adding is a Crusader, which means you're going to start at level 1 in Act 1, and you're sort of going to progress all the way to Act 5. So we want to make sure that as you're playing it, that you're sort of encountering a lot of the new systems, the new things that we're adding. And again, if you're playing the Crusader, there's all new conversations with your followers and some really good sort of banter. But again, it's when you load up Reaper Souls and you're playing the Crusader, you're going to feel that things have changed.
There's some new additions to the other classes as well, so people who already have played previous classes will have some new things to work with as well. And for us, one of the biggest things that we're really excited about is the end game. And really, as Josh was explaining in the announcement, end game for everyone. The Loot 2.0, we have loot runs. The Mystic is a completely new artisan. You can enchant and transmogrify your items. The act itself is just an additional act, but the entire game adds a lot more hours of gameplay overall.
Is there any plans of releasing one more character? The Crusader has been announced. Is there any plans of an additional one?
The Crusader is the star of the hour with Reaper Souls. So.
Thank you a lot for your time. I'm really looking forward to it. It's coming out next year, right?
At some point.
Awesome. Hi guys, it's Athene. I just had an interview with the art director and the director of Diablo 3 talking about the expansion pack. I'm very happy that I got that opportunity, because you guys know I really love Diablo 3. I've been playing the game like crazy. I know that when they came out, they had a very big backlash because of the server instability and such, and also the lack of endgame and no PvP. A lot of people were complaining that it was like they went away from Diablo 2. With Diablo 3 the expansion, they actually stated that they want to go back to Diablo 2 as much as possible. I also looked at the features and it's really looking like they're really picking up and listening to the community. When you look at, for example, the feedback that they're getting right now, it's just crazy. People are back hyped, are back really happy about Diablo 3, the expansion, are looking forward to it. And so do I. Like, I got to play the game as well. I had hands-on. It's really awesome to see that they're implementing the Crusader. It's a very Paladin, Red Paladin kind of warrior. You can compare it a lot with the Paladin in Diablo 2, and you also have some crazy abilities. I'm actually gonna play a Crusader when it comes out. There's a lot of things that were said that you can also check in the interview that were not announced at the Diablo 3 expansion announcement yesterday. And I was really very hyped and I was almost shaking when he answered questions that I was like wondering the day before. That was really, really cool. I think, to be honest, they didn't say it. Well, they hinted a little bit at it. There's gonna be more announcements at BlizzCon, of course. I actually have a feeling that the expansion pack will have PvP and will also have another class. I'm not sure, it's speculation, but it's just my gut feeling is telling that. I'm really looking forward to that, to see how everything is gonna unfold. I tried it out, I tried to give as much information as possible. I went through all the skills, all the abilities. Yeah, once the game comes out, I'm gonna make sure to try it out and break some crazy records. Either way, keep it up, guys, and thanks again, Blizzard. I'm gonna give you guys a very big info dump. I'm gonna show you guys everything I have hands-on. I'm checking the menus. I'm not allowed to show the screen. I only have a limited amount of time. I don't even process really 100% what I'm saying. I'm just rambling everything as fast as possible. You guys can hear the sound. I can't show you guys the screen though. I start here in West Marsh Overlook, and my first ability here is similar to Dash, I think, and I'm a level 32. I'm actually going to check the abilities. So we got here a Shield Glare, Consecration. I'm feeling like I'm playing a Paladin. I'm going back to the roots. It works with Wraith. I'm gonna quickly check here which abilities. You still have the primary tree, the skill runes. I can't see all the other ones that haven't been unlocked yet. Surprises. Yeah, it's surprises. There's still quite some surprises here coming. Slash increases the range dramatically. Let's have a look here at Justice. Heard the hammer. Oh my god! We get here like holy, like it's a little bit like the Holy Wrath spell of a Paladin, very similar to a Paladin. Scourge, enemies surrounding them in threat. This is really, it's going to feel as you are playing a Paladin, but a more aggressive one. I'm gonna see if there's any healing abilities. I got here the utility tree, provoke. There's quite a lot of abilities here. I don't know if I can go through all of them. You get Heaven's Fury, call down a furious ray of holy power that burns and damages all enemy caught, but I'm not high level enough to try it. We got here Fallen Sword, launches yourself into heavens and comes crashing down on your enemies. Let me actually quickly have a look here, because I got enough mana to do this. Whether it's similar to oh, that is oh my god, like that looks really badass. It's basically, you can compare it with the warrior ability that allows you to jump in, but instead you're actually teleported up and then back down. That is really cool. I'm actually gonna see if you can use it to skip. I wish I could show you guys. Let me actually have a look here if I can use it to just go. Yeah, I can just go from one place to another, just like with the warrior. This is amazing. Guys, this is amazing. This really feels like a Paladin, a red Paladin. I don't know if I'm supposed to be able to access this. We got Judgment here. Pass your judgment on all enemies in the area, so you also have judgments. I'm gonna quickly check here the laws. You got Law of Valor. Whenever you deal a critical strike against an enemy, there is a chance you and your allies will deal more damage for a short appearance. We got here a Loss of Faith. When you dodge, you and your allies will move faster for a short period of time. We got here like Loss of Justice. Whenever you block, you and your allies take less damage. So like the Crusader is a very team player, just a little bit similar to Diablo 2, where you had the Paladin. We got here also Justice. We got here Scourge, Punish. We got here Slash ability. Let me have a quick look here. Blessed Hammer summons a Blessed Hammer that spins around you, damaging any enemies around you. We got Blessed Shield hurls a celestial shield through the air, smashing it into enemies. And we got here also Sweep Attack. sweep and mystical. You can compare it a little bit. There's a few warrior abilities from World of Warcraft that I know, and a lot of paladin abilities. Let me check here the passives. Hold your ground, your block chance is increased by 5%, and your dodge chance is increased to 0%. Let me have a look here to a few other passives. We got here Indestructible, gain 1% armor with 5% life missing. We also have here Wrathful, which gains 5% wrath regenerations for 3 seconds when you block. Heavy Strength, you can wield two-handed weapons in your main hand while holding a shield in your offhand. That is really awesome. Like, it's similar to the ability you have with warriors. You can also spec. We have here also Vigilant, which is unlocked at level 34, which increase your life regeneration by 42, increase your life regeneration by 3%, and reduce non-physical damage by 2%. We also have here Holy Cause, increases the amount of holy damage on your weapons by 10%. The proc reflect of holy weapons is increased by 10%. We also have here Finery, gain 34 resistance to all elements for every different color gem stuck in it. You can compare it with the monk stat, and if you have 5 different color gems stuck in it into your gear, you gain another 34 resistance to all elements. That is going to be I think it's going to be a very popular. I think you can also get a little bit tanky as a Crusader based on what I'm reading here. We get here against all odds when surrounded by 4 or more enemies within 15 yards, you gain 10% critical hit chance for 5 seconds. With what I'm reading here very fast, my first impression of Crusader is you can be very tanky, and there's different abilities that allow you to play with your team. You cannot heal your team or have invulnerabilities for your team like the monk. I'm checking here everything that I can, the character sheet, if there's anything that has been added. You have here now toughness and damage, so it's much more simple to understand. Let me have a look here at the details. You still have all the other attributes just like in Diablo 3. 1 minute left. I'm rushing through here everything as fast as I can. Let me have a quick look here at the quests. We got here also the most recent, and we also here like have here the assign. Oh, you have the ability to assign to crit. The new Paragon, you can actually assign to movements. You can assign to movement speed to increase goal pick radius, to defense health percent, resist all armor, dodge percent, to attack speed, critical strikes chance, critical strike damage, and cooldown reduction. And you also have intelligence, strength, and dexterity and vitality. So basically what you can do, and you can also reset it, so it's not permanent. You are actually allowed, you can through the Paragon system customize your champion, and actually when you lack speed or any other abilities, you can actually compensate by specializing. This is amazing. I'm excited. This is amazing.